Hey everybody, it's Steve. This is my U.S. General Harbor Freight 5-drawer tool cart, and pretty much everything I use all day, every day is in here. And some of the more random stuff that I don't use every day is in my Snap-on box. I'll do another video on it eventually. It's just I don't use a lot of the stuff in there every day like I do on this. It gets a lot more attention. Let's start up at the top. We've got Snap-on deep and shallow metric FDX sockets. Lyle helping hand tool for soldering, doing wiring. You've got Blue Point spark plug boot pliers, magnet tool, magnetic screwdrivers, Snap-ons, FDX SAE deep and shallow. I haven't used either of these that much. They're great when you got something that's rounded off, but for everyday use, they just kind of, they're not all that great. They don't fit around a lot of fasteners, even when they're brand new, so that's kind of, Anyways, on the magnet that's on the back lid, I've got Snap-on ratchets, a couple different variations. These are both 1/4 inch and 3/8 here on the end. Hemostats, Mac bent nose needle nose pliers, Matco's mini pry bar set. I know that's rebranded. Snap-ons, stubby screwdrivers, feeler gauges, Matco pick set. They keep changing colors on me. A couple other small screwdrivers for, like the steel screwdriver for adjusting the throttle stops on their handheld equipment. Craftsman screwdriver I've ground into another type of pick. A magnetic screwdriver I've ground down to get electrical connectors apart. Let's see, go down here on the back row. We've got, of course, Milwaukee M12 1/4 inch high-speed electric ratchet, battery operated ratchet. I've got some adapters, a random number 4 Snap-on 3/8 Phillips head. That's really handy when you're taking the Phillips head screw out of the bottom of the steering shafts on some of the riders. These little dudes are neat. They actually fit in your socket and they allow it to accept a wrench. I got these at Harbor Freight. I haven't used them, but I don't know. The concept seems great. I guess if I get in an area where I need them, I'll tell y'all how they work. The bottom, the bit holder down here, this is a Harbor Freight. All of these are going to be Blue Point. Blue Point here, Milwaukee number 2 Phillips head, 1/4 inch adapter for 1/4 inch sockets to 1/4 inch drive hex. I've got wire brush. I think these are Tecton nut drivers. They're out of a bigger set that I have at home. I use these all day, or use them quite often. This is going to be Blue Point, of course, broken 5/32 or whatever it is. Pittsburgh extensions. These are the smaller 2 that were in a set of 4. The Cornwell magnetic spark plug sockets. Those are great. These are Silver Eagle by Matco swivels. These are Matco branded impact swivels, pinless impact swivels. And down the right side, these are the Blue Point. They work great on fuel filters and prying hoses off and stuff. Snap-on blowgun, T27, T25. I don't know what brand that is. It was some farm store that I used to work at. Snap-on blowgun, I think I said that. Matco clip tool. That's probably rebranded as well. Snap-on mini pry bar, smaller pry bar, and then the rest of these are going to be Mac. The rest of these 3 are going to be Mac back here. Snap-on, or not Snap-on, Milwaukee M12 1/4 inch bit driver, or bit impact. Down the right side, these are going to be Matco's ADV 3/8 drive metric deep and shallow sockets. That's a good set. Pittsburgh on the 3/8 chrome. Pittsburgh on the 3/8 chrome down here. I think a couple of these might actually be Craftsman. I can't remember. Most of these are Icon on the deep 1/4 inch metric. I think this is a Duralast, and this is a Silver Eagle 15 millimeter. These are going to be, I believe these are Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh. 1/4 inch metric shallow. We got a Pittsburgh. This is the other part of that set. This is the longer impact rated extension and the shorter of the longer impact rated extensions from Pittsburgh. Snap-on 12 inch 3/8 extension. These are all Cornwell. I like this set. I like the foam holder that it comes in. Underneath the Pittsburgh impact extension, I've got 2 Mac extensions, 1/4 inch swivel locking extension and a 1/4 inch Mac long extension. I actually found both of these in a car that I bought. 1/4 inch SAE. All this is going to be Pittsburgh. These are all Craftsman. This is actually the very first set of sockets I was ever given by my neighbor when I was a kid. I still use them every day, all day. Clyde, I love you. Thank you. Pittsburgh on the 3/8 SAE, except for that dude, which is a random Craftsman. I'm pretty sure I lost the 9/16 Pittsburgh, so it got replaced with what I had in a bag. Pittsburgh 3/8 deeps, which are not full, obviously. And again, ADV from Matco 3/8 impact on the SAE, and I love this set. It goes from 5/16 all the way to 1 inch, and I believe this was $100. This was $100 off the Matco truck. I can't remember if that price is right, but it was somewhere around there for each one of these sets, or $100 each, so $400 worth of sockets right there. But I use these all the time, and they have the same guarantee. I've actually had to replace the 15/16 once because, well, I use that all the time on taking lawnmower blades off. Down this left side, Vessel JIS screwdriver. These are awesome. If you don't have one of these, they're like $16 on Amazon, and they do great for JIS screws. If you don't know what JIS screws are, then stop working on stuff. Snap-ons, pretty common screwdriver set. These are not pry bars. They will not replace them if you chip them off prying on stuff. Well, some of these guys will, but I don't know if my truck guy will. Anyways, these blowguns are amazing. They come with 2 of these, and one of them has an air inlet in it, and then this in here is a water hose fitting where you can screw it onto a water hose and use it to blow out radiators. But the air that this puts out is nuts. It'll whack you in the face if you're not paying attention. There's that. There is, behind that, I've got, I believe this is Matco. Yeah, there you go. And that's the little claw tool that also has a magnet on it. Pretty nice. The back here is the other one broke right here on the back, but I kept the wand end of it, and I folded it over and made it into a filter cleaning tool. They don't really use that a lot because if you blow air through the filters, you're going to blow a hole in them. But on the big, some of the rental equipment out here has got the big Donaldson filters on them, so it's kind of okay to use it on those. You probably still shouldn't, but I don't use it that often. Spring clamps are for holding the bale handles on lawnmowers and other stuff. I have one more socket up here I didn't say anything about, and this is the Lyle 24 millimeter weighted socket. If you're in the lawnmower industry and you're tired of blades being stuck on machines you can't get off, this and Milwaukee's 1/2 inch big impact, they'll take off any lawnmower blade. I haven't found anything that this won't take off yet. This is great. So if you're tired of using a breaker bar and a long cheater to get lawnmower blades off, get with the Snap-on dude or whoever sells these in your area and order one, because it's a lifesaver. There's also, I believe that's some farm store brand 1/2 inch breaker bar. Top drawer on the right, power probe, Snap-on test light, and liquid electrical tape, bunch of electrical connectors, Burnzo torch pin. Let's see, top left, we'll have random junk like pins and markers, tape measure, 1/2 inch snap-on ratchet, Snap-on's plug gap tool, spark plug gap tool. Got a spark tester here. These are okay. They're a little inconsistent, but they work. Snap-on 1/4 inch breaker bar. I use that for setting valves. It's nice to not have to switch back and forth on and off. Matco 1/4 inch drive ratchet body with a 3/8 drive head in it. These are great, really great. Snap-on regular old Snap-on 3/8 ratchet. Matco 1/4 and 5/16 ratcheting thing. This is great too if you got for like exhaust nuts on some of these riding or these zero turns. It gets in there nice and easy. This is Max locking flex head 1/4 inch ratchet, comfort grip. Snap-on's long flex head 1/4 inch. Again, pins and keys and spark plugs. Next drawer down is going to be Mac tire inflator, another random Pittsburgh blowgun, more tire inflators. This is actually for putting valve stems in. If you've never seen one of these, there is a better way than using pliers to put them in, and it's right here. Siphon gun, Predator motor, spark plug wrench. This is it's a right angle adapter. I use this on my motorcycle a lot. It's hard to get into the valve stem on those sometimes. Just basically tire tools in that drawer, tire stuff. Next drawer down is wrenches, and all this is Pittsburgh except for that. That's Matco's thin wrench, and really the only one of them I ever use in here, it's the only one I should have bought, is the 1/2 inch, because that'll take off carburetor fuel shut-off solenoids. They're kind of a tight spot to get into. That works real well as long as it's, you know, not on the mower and you can get to it. Bottom drawer here is all the orange handles are Mac, so that was a full set. Blue Point cutters, use those for straps on pallets and stuff like that. Snap-ons, wire stripper and crimper. These are great. I love these. Somebody else, another mechanic, turned me onto these, and they best thing I've ever had for doing wiring. I've got one set of Knipex. I guess it's called Knipex. I know that's what everybody's saying now. I always called it Knipex because I don't say door knob, but you know, hey, they can call it whatever they want. It's their brand. Slip joint pliers, like channel locks, fuel hose crimpers, shutoffs. There's some random Pittsburgh stuff back here. I think these are Walmart brand filter pliers. Pittsburgh bent nose and slightly bent nose, long reach needle nose. This is from Harbor Freight, Ames little multimeter. These are nice, just for the money. It's really all you need. You don't have to have an expensive meter to do this kind of work. This is my Milwaukee jacket, heated jacket adapter, lawnmower deck leveling gauge. This is Milwaukee's, I don't know if it's new or newer, but their right angle 3/8 impact and M12. This thing's nuts. I've taken blades off with this. I've taken lawnmower wheels off of this. It's got more power than it probably needs, but getting in between the deck and the frame on mowers, this is a godsend. After that, Pittsburgh mallet. I go through these too fast, so I don't buy the ones off the tool truck anymore. And Snap-on ball peen, not really ball peen, but you know, it's got smaller peen on each end. I don't know. It's a great hammer. Down below, Milwaukee 3/8 mid torque M18. That is a Pittsburgh compression tester. Open. There we go. Aluminum block for beating on stuff. Milwaukee M18 grease gun. This is amazing. And if you work in the lawn and garden industry or around tractors or anything like that, and you're having to grease a lot of stuff, This will spoil you. You will never want to go back to a hand pump grease gun again. It's great. Around the side, we've got Blue Point band wrenches, chemicals, Snap-on flex light, ashtray for when the coworkers get on my nerves, and then magnetic trays. And that's my cart. I'll do another one on the toolbox of the bigger box later, but I'm a 15-year lawnmower tech, and this is about all you need right here to do that type of work. Stay tuned, and I'll do the other toolbox soon. See ya.